Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca.x. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always.
Push that little bit further in your work, in your life, in your business. Push that little bit further. Go that extra step. Go that 5% more. You're never going to know unless you just go for it. So be bold, leap, put yourself out there even more. Okay, so if you are wanting a promotion at work, or you're wanting a certain level of job, or you want a pay rise or anything, push that little bit further. Go that extra mile a little bit further. Send out that email, send out that CV and resume, ask the question, have that meeting scheduled in. Do whatever you need to do to push that little bit further forward, because you've got belief and confidence in yourself that, number one, you're worthy of it anyway. Number two, you're deserving of it anyway. You don't need to explain all this stuff, but you're pushing that little bit further. If you want more money, if you want to go further in life, push that little bit further. Don't sit back and just expect it all to come to you, like I said on my previous podcast, okay? On the previous number one, which was number 325. Really know that you have to push that little bit further in order to get what you want, because it's not all going to come to you. And some people who are watching you can't see your vision because it's inside of you. They may be able to see the passion, the enthusiasm, the motivation that you've got with certain things, but unless you push yourself that little bit further, okay, you're never gonna show that. It's not gonna be seen, okay? So if you are wanting to change careers, up level, expand yourself, go that little bit further. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, but you need to go that little bit further so that you know you've actually put the effort in, you've tried, you've moved forward, and go further than that as well. So send those extra emails out, record those podcasts in bulk, get up a little bit earlier, work a little bit later, sacrifice a few shows that you're watching or movies or whatever just to get things in. Schedule it in the planner. Do whatever you need to do in order to move it forward. Set yourself a target with an incentive and also a consequence, okay? And the reason is the incentive is amazing to go forward towards. So it could be a holiday or vacation, it could be anything else like that. It could be you're going to go away for the weekend, it could be anything, okay? So choose an incentive for the goal that you want to achieve by a certain date that you want to achieve it, all right? But then also set a consequence that if you don't do it by that date, not only are you not getting your incentive, but there's a consequence about it and around it, okay? So then that consequence will drive you forward more and push you more in order to push that little bit further, push that extra 5% more. And the more that you improve and push yourself further each and every day, sending those extra emails out, working an extra day than you usually do in your business or whatever it is, you're going to thank yourself for it over time, because time then compounds down, and then the ripple effect is more. You're creating new habits, you've got a new mindset, you've got a new skill set, you're improving constantly all the time. So when you're pushing that little bit further, your future self is actually thanking you for going the extra mile, for going that little bit further, because you're going to get to where you want to be and what you want to achieve that much quicker than if you were to just sit there and be all blasé about it and everything else. You're also going to improve yourself, your mindset, your personal development, the way that you're thinking, your confidence, your faith, your belief in whatever it is, because you are going that extra mile forward and you're going to thank yourself for it. It's the best thing. Okay, the only thing that can hold you back is yourself and your mindset, because you're allowing, or you may allow other people's opinions to get into your head. Oh, well, why are you working again? You're always working, blah, blah, blah. They don't have your vision, why, legacy, calling, mission. They don't have a clue what you're doing. You can try and explain it, but sometimes when you're trying to explain something to someone and they just don't get it, number one, you're wasting your energy. Number two, they'll never get it anyway, because they haven't got the passion inside, because that is for you. That's your gift for yourself, and it's all unique to every single person. So their passion is for them. They might be passionate about hockey or photography. You might be passionate about cooking or reading or art. You know what I mean? So every single person is different. So sometimes you can't explain your passion and your energy and motivation to somebody else, because they have other dreams, desires, goals, wishes, and all of this, and it doesn't align with yours. But for you to push yourself that little bit forward, know that every single percentage of every single day that you push yourself forward and push through barriers, push through the fear, push through concerns you may have, you are that little step forward towards whatever it is that you're going for. Rather than, as I said before, just sat back and waiting for it to happen and going, oh, well, you know, it'll happen anyway, so, you know. And that consequence can actually push you further forward than any incentive could, because it's something that you do not want to do. You do not want that to happen. It's a non-negotiable, and that again can drive you forward. So it's not necessarily the hours you put in, it's the income producing activities, and it is actually the productiveness in the hours that you have available. Someone may work 12 hours a day. You may work 6 hours a day, but you're more productive than they are. Do you get me? So it is all about you. You know you, but if you're pushing that little bit further, sending out those extra emails, doing that extra hour on your website, putting yourself out there even more, or whatever it is that you need to do, that little bit step further forward, as I said, your future self is going to thank you, because you are going that little bit forward than what you usually would have done. And that takes drive, determination, focus, discipline. If you have discipline, you have loads of stuff, okay? And it's not something you can just buy out the store. It is with routine, it is with discipline, a regular, you know, time blocking in your planner, making you accountable for what you're going to do. Right, today I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And you will not stop until it's done. You're going after the nose. You are going forward. You are sending out so many CVs and resumes. You are scheduling in that meeting with your boss because you want the promotion, because you want the pay rise. And you are standing firm that if you don't get it, you are going to go somewhere else or whatever it is. And this is a disclaimer. I'm not going to tell you what to do. These are just ideas in order to push yourself that little bit further. That doesn't mean if you lose your job, you're going to blame me, because you're accountable for your own stuff. But what I'm saying is, if you don't ask, you don't know. If you don't ask, the answer's always going to be no. And you're never going to know unless you ask and put yourself out there. So stay focused on whatever goal you've got, tie a date to it, add an incentive and a consequence to whatever it is that you are trying to pursue. Push that little bit further forward every single day, whether it's 1% extra a day. Over the year, that's going to mount up. 5% extra a day, an hour extra a day working, but make sure you are being productive with it. You're not just, you know, being blasé about it and going, oh yeah, I've done an extra hour, but I didn't really do a lot. You know what I mean? Just bash out whatever you need to do in that extra hour in order to move forward. You never know what the future holds without you going for it with both hands. So go and run after it, go and grab it. I'm sending you lots of love. Have fun in the meantime whilst you're doing it, and I'll see you on the next one.